Okay, this is 3.1 independent practice. It's kind of understanding proportional relationships. Go ahead and put your name at the top because this is one that you're going to turn in when you are done. Okay, so it should be an easy daily grade as long as you follow along and write everything down. It says the table shows the relationship between temperatures measured on the Celsius and the Fahrenheit scales. Okay, so I can see whenever it is 0 degrees Celsius, that's the same thing as 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and so on. Is the relationship between the temperature scales proportional? Why or why not? Okay, to figure out if a table is showing a proportional relationship or not, you have to figure out if there is a constant. So you need to know this formula. K equals Y divided by X. Okay, so my table is not labeled with X and Y, but you can write it in there like that because it's always going to go in that order. So if I take this first Y value, 32, and divide it by 0, it's going to say error. But whenever you see 0 in there, you can kind of skip that part because even if it had 0, 0, I can't divide that. So skip it whenever it says 0 and go to a non-zero number. So my first non-zero digits from my table was 50, and then its corresponding X is a 10. So I get the number 5. I want to see if that will happen again. 68 divided by 20 does not look like it would work out to be 5 because 100 divided by 20 is 5. So this is 3 point something, maybe 3.4, I'm guessing. Yep, it's 3.4. Okay, so if they're asking you if it's proportional, you start dividing the bottom divided by the top, the bottom divided by the top, bottom divided by the top to see if you're getting a constant answer. So, not proportional. They're asking me why. I'm going to say there is no constant. Number 8 says describe the graph of Celsius-Fahrenheit relationship. So anytime that I see if I divide all these numbers and I do get a constant, that's telling me that it would have a constant slope, meaning it would be a straight line. So since I'm saying there's no constant, I know that the graph will not be linear. Linear is a word that you need to know that means straight line. So since there was no constant on the graph, this would not be linear, and it would have some type of curve. Number 9. Ralph opened a savings account with a deposit of $100. Every month after that, he deposited $20 more. It's saying, why is the relationship described not proportional? So they're trying to tell me there's no constant, but to make it make more sense, I would want to go and start a little table. So the two things he's talking about are months and dollars. Okay, so I'm going to create a little table. You do it too. I know that months is going to be my on the top of my table because the variable X is the independent variable. So time's going to go on no matter what. So time is independent. My variable Y is the dependent variable. So in this scenario, the number of dollars that he has in his account depends on how many months his account has been open. So Y is dependent, X is independent. Okay, so I'm going to start with 0, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to go very far. So it told me he opened the savings account with a $100 deposit. So at month 0, whenever he started it, he started with $100. And then after that, he deposited $20 more every single month. So I would have 120 I'm going to add $20 to it, 140. Add $20 to it, 160. Okay, it says, why is the relationship not proportional? Well, remember that this table is giving me ordered pairs. So I have 0, 100. And if you think about graphing that, that would make that line not be at the origin. It's not at 0, 0. So because he started the account with like a beginning amount, that 100, that's the part that makes it not proportional. If he would have started the account with no deposit and just put $20 in there every single month, that would be proportional because it's growing by the same constant, okay? So he started with $100. How could the situation be changed to make it proportional? So let's say only deposit $20 a month starting at 0. Okay, so you need to know that proportional will always start at 0. Non-proportional starts off with some other beginning number at the beginning of the scenario.